I noticed the energy shifting. When it comes to Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Bud Crawford. In the beginning, when they talked about this fight, you know, everybody was acting like Crawford would get slapped around. It's no contest. Canelo's too big. He's too strong. He can't handle the power. He'll dog walk Crawford. Crawford will get hurt. He's the little guy. Blase splee. Canelo's power. This, that, and the third. I've already said that the only thing that even makes this fight not laughable is the fact that Terrence Crawford is as talented as he is. It's his talent that makes this somewhat of an intriguing or interesting match. Truthfully, if this was anybody else, this would be a black eye on Canelo to pull a guy up this many weight classes for a fight. When you have a threat and a fight that your fans want to see in David Benavidez. See, Canelo's diehard Rainbow Coalition fans was laughing their ass off the fact that Canelo could avoid David Benavidez, okay? And when they heard Terrence Crawford, they are looking at that as an alternative to not fighting David Benavidez. And as much as they want to claim people need to earn fights and earn this and earn that when it comes to Canelo Alvarez, when they see the bases loaded with that type of advantage, these guys don't have to achieve nothing. Because truthfully, what we should have heard is, you know, Crawford only fought one good dude. What has he done to deserve a Canelo? This is what you hear when they're scared, okay? But when they think Canelo got all the advantages, is dog walking and all this other stuff, they don't mind him fighting people coming up several weight classes. They want to see the fight. But the energy is shifting. Because as Canelo fans stand around and they listen to what boxing fans are saying, and we just not talking about the people who just want to say whatever you want to hear. We're talking about the people who really analyze the sport. We're talking about veterans of the sport, ex-retired fighters and everybody like that. And they're listening to what people saying. And as much as they want to act like Terrence Crawford don't have a chance, they're listening to what these people are saying. And a lot of people are picking Terrence Bud Crawford. And they listen to people's breakdowns and why they think what they think when it comes to Terrence Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, and they starting to bite their nails. See, they thought they had an out with fighting the little guy because they can get away from David Benavidez. But now they're looking at the little guy as even he's the threat now. See, at this point, it was funny, you know, but at this point, now that people are really settling down on what they really think, Canelo fans is getting uncomfortable. Canelo fans is getting nervous. Canelo fans are concerned with Canelo fighting Terrence Bud Crawford. I see it. I seen the shift. Y'all went from going from being extremely confident, hey, we're going to beat up on the little guy, to now you can tell they're slowly backtracking. They don't know. Because more people saying they believe that it's not just a 50-50 fight, but if anything, it's a 60-40 fight with the favorite in Terrence Crawford's courtyard. They're not laughing about it anymore. Now, they somewhat trying to back up from this fight, I see. Now they're looking at other alternatives. You knew how I knew the energy was shifting? When Canelo fans said, well, if David beats Morale, then Crawford should fight David. I knew it right then and there. I'm like, y'all scared. Y'all scared. This dude coming up how many weight classes and y'all scared? Now there was already talk about Crawford fighting Benavidez before. You know what I'm saying? Just to avoid the conversations of it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, why don't you go fight this guy and all this other stuff and this like that. And then as the heat turned up on fighting David Benavidez, like, well, we'll fight Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, he escapes Benavidez again. And now that they're analyzing this fight, they're like, well, I don't know if we made the best decision. If anything, we probably made an even worse decision, because you know what? He can stand getting his ass whooped by David Benavidez because David Benavidez is so big and he brings nothing but 30 pounds to the fight. But when you got a guy coming up that many weight classes, a little guy coming up that many weight classes, and he whoops on Canelo, that's more detrimental to his career and his reputation than taking a loss by David Benavidez. And they know that. And to add on top of that, Crawford is not the color that they fancy. He's the color that they fear losing to. Because at the end of the day, majority of Canelo fans, they just obsessed with being looked at or being better or being seen better as these black fighters. Everybody knows it. It's obvious. They wear it all over their face. You hear it in their conversations. You know what I'm saying? You can hear it with their commentaries. You can hear it with their trainers. You know what I'm saying? You can hear it with their fans. We all know what their real problem is. You know? And honestly, I don't think their racial ego can take that kind of hit. So now they looking at it like, man, I don't know about this. Because it's going to be hella embarrassing and very telling if a little guy like Crawford comes up there and beats the break off Canelo Alvarez. Because truthfully, as the saying goes in boxing, it shouldn't happen. But the fact we are even considering that it could happen and people are even favoring Crawford, y'all get nervous and the energy is shifting. I think it's funny. I just wanted to let you know that I peeped it. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's funny as hell, because if you have a problem with this fight or if you're nervous or something like that, he always could have went and fought David. But y'all don't want to see Canelo in any tough fights anymore. That's really what it is. You just want Canelo to be a poster on your wall. Just somebody that you can admire. That's it. Y'all don't want to see him challenge no more. Which is crazy, because this is coming from the fan base of the fighters that they say exist nothing but warriors. Right? Mexican warrior, this, that, and the third. We ain't seeing that in the ring, and we ain't seeing that shit from the fans. It's not true. Anything, y'all want him to avoid a battle. And just think of the irony of this and how funny this would be. All that stuff that you guys go through to avoid David Benavidez, and you run to a smaller guy looking for some kind of rest haven and run straight into a more embarrassing ass whooping than if he would have fought David straight up. Boy, I'm telling you, it don't get no sweeter than this, man. It don't. He has cherry picked the game till there's nothing left but some good, hard, serious fights. You know? But I just find it interesting, man. But I was just letting you know that I see the energy shift. And don't back out now. Because, like I said, I'm surprised Canelo even took the freaking fight. If he ends up fighting him. I'm just saying, I'm just surprised off that alone. But everybody sees and feels the energy shift with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I just think it's hilarious at the end of the day. You know, not hilarious. It should be downright embarrassing. You know, but if he was over concerned, at the end of the day, he could have fought David Benavidez earlier. Not wait till he fights somebody like Caleb Plant, Demetrius Andrade, and David Morrell. You know what I'm saying? Those fights just made him a better fighter. So if he was going to fight the man, he should have fought him as early as humanly possible. But as you see, Canelo didn't even have the confidence to beat an early green version of David Benavidez. So what you think he want with him now? Exactly. Like, comment, subscribe. Bruce Vane, I'm out.